Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, pleased to be with you. Unfortunately, though, Mother Nature not really cooperating, Charles. The rain coming down. It's expected to do so throughout.
And whenever I talk to quarterbacks, they worry less about the rain and more about the wind. But you still have to take precautions. You still have to be prepared. The offense always feels like it has the advantage because they know where they're going when they make their cuts.
This will be taken about the 12. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 57 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Bell. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A big play there for KC. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are and oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success. They're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On 1st down, Darnold. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Thomas has got it, complete. And this yardage on the play back at the 46. Needs something from deep in the bag at it's 3rd and very long. Darnold now to throw. And here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here comes Kansas City. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 29, Mahomes, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mahomes pass caught by Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. And incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 43-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I hit him.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker, too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to...
There he goes, right side.
Yes,
and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 67 yards on the ground. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and send Kumbaya with the offense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defense?
Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Oh, you want to? Yeah.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
I broke him so bad. And slow motion again. Broke him so bad they did a slow motion.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Come on!
And his fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And New York set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble on play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. He's in a zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24.
Come on, fucking win!
Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
No wins in this game.
And New York set to take the field.
It
hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. He's going to field this at the 4. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 53 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicer.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, the defensive coverage is good, so good. He just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
I often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play.
Oh, shit! Ow! Oh, he hit the camera so bad.
Butker on for the PAT. On here in this first half.
There goes my camera.
Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They're pushing on my eyes.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. A first down throw, Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And now he's going for the hell.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys continue to pull it on.
This game have a bunch of clever yards.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught here by Bell. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit.
And he always got wrecked
touching it for a while.
that.
And then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
When you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Watch this one time. Oh! When he hit the ground, that's looking level.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to put it away.
On that damn clock.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York set to take the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Again, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Come
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. A monster game so far in third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. He takes off with it. It's a fake as his guys continue to pour it on. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Bye, Budo.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Blake Bell taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his...
And Owen coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Oh, he has a heart attack.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down.
He just ran
Charles,
it to
can you
him like
maybe,
a weight
when you're carrying that
swing.
football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can,
Dude,
and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll roll him out right, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing... They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Move. Right here. Watch. Look up. Watch what type of sheet wearing. Watch. This in. Let me challenge that play.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
My back of my heels hit the ground first. Then my feet were like that.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
What?
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride.
And Darnold, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
High time.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine.
Oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for two up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for two late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though.
Melee,
good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Darnold. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right?
That's a hit.
I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that.
What the fuck?
Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Rolling to his right. And this is caught at the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like it. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. Demaryius Thomas. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Demaryius Thomas, 69 yards. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch,
yeah, you
how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Except.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep.
They'll
have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A good pick up there at 22.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. He's got the first down here inside the 30, the 20, and now the rookie's free. They will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 43 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to. Darnold, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
Let's see that. Oh, he freaking won. Freaking hot. Freaking smoked. I hit you there. Hey, did you forget about Johnny? Boom!
And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal.
Yes, go!
Mahomes. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I knew I was going to win.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. This is caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake?
Darnold, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Taking it right down Broadway. But he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there.
Let's just see that. So. Right here. What? Freaking came right here. Okay. Watch. This way. Boom.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here
Okay,
and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
What the fuck?
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here.
Defense.
So it's his team, so...
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, you know, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Mahomes now to throw, and going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. As his guys, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for two when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This will be taken away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short boot, taking it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and he's stacking them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to take off with it.
Don't even fly.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mahomes going to throw. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And for Darnold, this may be a free play.
What are you talking about?
This one caught by Crowder. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before
Yes,
being taken down.
Okay. Oh, boy. Yep.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right, Henry, had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Darnold throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Yes!
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well light to boot. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Darnold to throw again. On the catch, it's Crowder. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Go.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
You'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And going deep for Hill, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Come on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold there, but it'll be 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cosmetics.
Oh, no.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know.
Wait,
It's like putting
out.
lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? These are all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon, and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been a load for them to handle defensively. I know that much.
What? Catch me now, bitch.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game.
That's caught. inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 49 yards. Boy, another big play later for an offense.
We did not see that shit coming. Go. What about here? No. Watch. Oh. Maci's catch of all time. The one-handed catch. He caught it one-handed and put it down.
Has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pick up there
What
at
the
20
fuck?
yards.
Don't whip
out of
it!
the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try and get...
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Going out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Bucky on to kick it away.
Whoa, ow.
It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Call them out, Webb.
And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Reggie Ragland coming in harder on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On first down, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. That's caught inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rolling to his right.
My God!
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
See me.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
On first down, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Time out!
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of...
Darnold, he wants the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one.
Thank you,
Crowder, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
They got fucking whipped.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And now running right through it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly? Did you decline that one? I can think of as someone on the field get confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that call each and every time.
There's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Still churning. Still on his feet. And the return just got across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When you break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
I get the ball, Webb.
After reviewing the play.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because
Miles will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Good job. I've got to laugh here, and the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. as they just add to their totals.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it.
Right on the argument, I get it. On the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This will be taken. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.